2 weeks until silver reverses course, dealers are jumping ship. Silver's going through a frightening change. The jump in price we saw 3 months ago, those days are gone, and now the countdown has started. In 2 weeks, we will see the release of a report that will change silver in a big way. We're not trading stocks here. We're not investing in real estate. We're stacking silver. And to do this, we need to look at the economy with a critical eye. We need to understand the patterns of precious metals. We need to know the key moving pieces that impact the price of those precious metals. That's why we as silver stackers, we're always diving deep in the weeds more than anywhere else that people put their money. As these reports are released throughout the year, we're given a great understanding of where silver is headed. And in 2 weeks, we'll see the release of the Manufacturing and Trade Inventory and Sales Report. This is the report that directly impacts the economy. It directly impacts interest rates, and it tells us where the price of silver is headed. Just today we saw the release of the International Trade in Goods and Services Report. This just came out today. This tells us the U.S. Census Bureau and the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis findings on trade in goods and services deficit. It's a mouthful. It is a mouthful. Just know that years ago, when many of us started stacking silver, this information wasn't even available to us. Now we can get it all online. We don't need to wait for a talking head on television to tell us the state of the economy. It's all available online for us. As silver stackers, that is what we need to look at. Again, in 2 weeks, we have the Manufacturing and Trade Inventory and Sales Report. Today, we got the International Trade in Goods and Services Report. It sounds overwhelming, but it really is quite clear when you look at it. Check this out. It says the goods and services deficit was $75.1 billion, and that's up from $74.5 billion revised. So the deficit is increased. Exports were $1.8 billion less, and imports were $1.2 billion less. These massive numbers they're really straightforward. They're telling us both imports and exports decreased, and they decreased at a similar rate. That's actually a positive for the economy. We're buying and we're selling at generally the same rate. In 2 weeks, when we get the Manufacturing and Trade Report, we're going to need to cross our fingers because that report shows data from 3 surveys. This is from the Census Bureau. It says the Manufacturing and Trade Inventory Report shows data from 3 surveys: the monthly retail trade survey, the monthly wholesale trade survey, and the manufacturer's shipments, inventories, and order survey. The purpose of this report, this is directly from the Census Bureau site. It says, the purpose of this report is to provide broad and timely measures of combined changes in domestic retail trade, wholesale trade, and manufacturers' activities. It provides the only source of monthly data on total business activities of retail trade, wholesale trade, and manufacturers. This is key economic information, and it tells us if the economy is contracting or expanding. It tells us how inflation is truly impacting everyday people, and it's data that directly impacts the price of silver. And dealers know this. They see how this new level of silver price has impacted sales, and there are many dealers in my area, here where I live. There are dealers that are backing out. They're closing up their shops, many of which got into this field not to sell silver. They got into this game years ago. They opened up small brick and mortar shops to sell rare coins, and years ago, they were able to make a lot of money doing that on a local level. But now, that sector has completely changed. Local shops cannot afford to stock rare coins. That market has moved online. It's moved to large auctions. It's moved to companies online that invested millions of dollars to succeed online. Now, the local dealers, they're now forced to sell bullion, and those margins are thin. Nothing like the profits they used to make off rare coins, nothing. And that is why, for us, information is key. That report released today and the Manufacturing and Trade Report in 2 weeks, this is what we need to be looking at. And we need to be diversifying our investments. I want to talk about Masivo Silver and Gold Corp. Their ticker is on your screen. It's MASS. President Biden's withdrawal creates further instability in an already tumultuous race for the White House, which should support gold's safe haven status. And James Herzig at FX Empire, he said, gold appeal strengthened as investors sought a hedge against an uncertain political and market outlook. This company is trading at just 12 cents. With a tight share structure, Masivo Silver and Gold presents an enticing investment at a mere $5 million market cap. The high potential upside at this valuation is hard to ignore. This political shift has contributed to a weaker dollar, making gold more attractive to buyers holding other currencies. With gold prices hitting all-time highs, most upside lies in equities, especially junior miners who are trading at small valuations. That's where Masivo Silver and Gold come in. Masivo is perfectly positioned to capitalize on the booming gold market. At 12 cents per share, this is a fantastic way to gain exposure to gold with high potential upside. High-profile, renowned investor Eric Sprott is a major shareholder, adding significant credibility and confidence to Masivo's potential. They're currently drilling at the Boston Mine Project. They've extended drilling 3 times due to visible mineralization. Results have been submitted to the lab and are expected this summer. This is the biggest catalyst to watch. They extended drilling 3 times based on the promising mineralization discovered, and that suggests exciting results ahead. David Coburn, the president and CEO, he said, hole number 2 has shown very positive results, and they extended drilling 100 feet beyond the expected depth. Strong assay results could significantly re-rate the stock, making this a prime opportunity. And check this out. Masivo recently raised about $1 million, ensuring they have the cash to continue their promising exploration activities. With minimal marketing, Masivo Silver and Gold is still largely unknown. This is when I like to get in on the ground floor of a gold stock with tremendous potential. Check out Masivo Silver and Gold. Their ticker is on your screen. It's MASS. You can tell I'm excited about them. Check them out. This is the time to get in.